Hey everybody, Jason here. We are gonna get started on a new game. We're gonna play some No Man's Sky and see how fast we can get to 50 million credits from the start. So we're gonna start a new game here under normal. And generally this takes a little bit of time to load up to start with. So we're just gonna fast forward through the opening here. And I'm just going to be clicking really fast through the dialogues to try to get ourselves up to 50 million credits as quickly as possible. So let's wait here while it loads and we'll get started. Alright, so here we are. Going to get started. Begin the initialization, and it's going to really start looking through the environment that I'm on. It always starts me out on a planet that has some hazardous radiation or something like that. The first thing we're going to have to do is repair our scanner. So we're going to be collecting some of the dust around here once we can actually get control of our character. So there's a little dihydrogen. I'm going to collect that too. And we've almost got control here. So we're going to just be collecting some of the rocks around here as soon as possible. Get as much of it as we can, because we're going to be getting our mission in just a few seconds here. So we're just trying to collect as much of this dust as possible. Here we go. So we have to just continue to gather ferrite dust. Looks like we have it. And we need to repair our scanner. Alright. Now we're looking for sodium. Looks like there's a little bit over here. And we're just going to keep gathering as we go, because we know we're going to need this stuff. We also are going to need some carbon. Where'd that sodium go? There it is. Down the hill here. Oh, and there's some more dihydrogen as well. Alright. It wants us to recharge our hazard protection, which we're going to do. Let's get some of this oxygen. And collect all these dihydrogen crystals as we can, because we're going to need them to repair our ship. And we also need all of this ferrite dust. Where's that signal? This way. And while we're going, we know that we're also going to need more of the sodium, so I'm just going to keep scanning for it as we go. If I find any, I may take a little detour and go grab it. That's gonna hurt. Grab some of this, because we're gonna need it. Where did our ship go? There we go. Right. Carbon's going to help us reload this thing, because we are running out of fuel here for this mining beam. And there's our ship. Well, that's interesting. I haven't seen those things before. Alright. Keep moving. Condensed carbon, that'll be helpful. Grab it while I can. Nope, gotta recharge. There we go. I'm not running too much because I am trying to do it quickly, but it doesn't need to be super quickly. I'm just gathering all this stuff because I know I'm going to need it once I get there, so I might as well get it beforehand so that I can just do all the repairs whenever they need me to. Alright. Here we go. And I'm just speeding through these as quickly as I can just to get to the point where I can build a base. Next, it wants me to go to my ship. Here we go. And I read the log. We'll repair the systems. There we go. So, we gotta make ourselves some metal plating, and we can repair that up, and it wants me to exit. There we go. So repair pulse engine with metal plating, which I've already done. I am going to have to get back in here. Got to request assistance. It's gonna bring me back over there. And this will direct me to a habitat location. And along the way, the weather's gonna get bad. So let's just grab this, plot the route. There we go. And we're gonna head over that way. Alright, so as we walk over there, I know that I'm going to need a bunch more ferrite dust, so I'm not going to run. I'm actually going to walk and just gather as I go. Whatever my little mining beam decides it wants. Because that's going to help me. There's not much here. Oh, we have to remember this. Some runaway mold. That's going to be helpful when we want to get nanites, because if it just keeps spawning, that's going to be really helpful. So this planet has runaway mold on it. Very, very nice. Lots of times you have to try to farm runaway mold and it just takes forever. Right. We got this storm coming, so I'm going to try to get here as fast as I can. Without... Let's up over the ridge. Let's get up over the ridge here. How far away is it? 200. Alright. And we're here. There we go. We're going to get our seal. And then we're going to have to go right back to the ship. Alright. That'll help us repair our ship. Next thing it's going to want us to do is use our visor. So wait till that. Alright. Return to the starship. Which I can't. F. No visor. Let's get the visor going. We need carbon nanotubes. Thankfully, I gathered carbon. So we can do one of those. And then we can get this. There we go. And then we can scan for our ship, which is... which direction? We have to be outside. Oh, it wants us to analyze objects. Okay, there we go. Now to the ship. So, we have a little bit of money now. Not much. A little bit. There's the ship that way. So we're going to head out this way. And thankfully, since there's a storm, our jetpack actually works a whole lot better. Yeah, we might as well scan this guy while we're at it, get a little more money. We are going to need a little bit of money because we need to buy a few things, such as salt or chlorine, depending on which planet we're on. Alright. That one we've already scanned. There's a... oh, he's under there. Okay. Oh, this guy we haven't scanned. Let's grab him. Get a little bit of cash. Alright. These are going to be useful. We definitely are going to need several of them. And we're going to need a bunch of carbon as well. Because there are several areas of this mission where we need those carbon nanotubes. And other things. Now, where did our ship go? There we go. Condensed carbon is helpful. Okay. And we just get back to our ship. We should be able to take off here in a minute. Once I get back there. There we go. As we build our base, we're going to want a bunch of carbon. Oop, there's some oxygen too. We're going to need that. So let's grab some oxygen. Eventually we're going to be buying this, but because we're going to need a ton of it. But that's good enough for now. Okay. Let's repair this thing. It needs that. That's good. Alright. Now we need pure ferrite, so we're going to need some of that. And then we're going to have to build ourselves a refiner. So let's get out, build ourselves a refiner. And what do we need for the refiner? We need metal plating. Okay. Refiner. Here we go. Carbon and ferrite dust. And we're going to just process all of this because we are eventually going to have to process it again to get magnetized ferrite for the construction blueprints later on. So we're just going to get all of it. Take that back. I don't know why it didn't do one of them, but it didn't. Alright, pick this up, get our carbon back. We're going to just get a little more ferrite dust, just so that we have about 50. Alright. That should be plenty for now. One more, if I can get that one up there. Alright, so we're 18 minutes in and we haven't repaired our ship yet. There we go. Now we're going to be able to take off, get ourselves into space. Let's take off. Alright. Get ourselves up. There we go. All right. So, we've tested the flight controls. There we go. That's done. Tested that one. That's done. Alright, let's take a look at what planets we got here. So, we've got this one. Frozen planet. Alright, let's answer this. Where does it want me to go? Alright, that's a moon. Paradise Moon. It's got copper on it. That one might not be bad for a home planet. Let's take a look at what else we got. We got this one that we just came from. We got another planet. Looks like it's on the other side. What do we got over here? What's that one? Blighted planet. I don't think we want that one. It does have fungal mold, though. So we're going to go to this frozen one, and then we're going to probably set up our base on the moon. Before we do, let's see if we can gather a little bit of this. We're going to need to recharge some things, so we might as well gather a little bit while we're here. Do a little bit of mining. There. Alright. Back to our mission. Alright. We'll open these up. And we are gonna need some of this, but I'm not sure what yet. So now we're just flying towards our destination. It's a frozen planet. It's got some frost crystal, copper, which we're going to need, and it has a little moon that's a paradise moon. So we construct our base on the moon mainly because it's going to be just easier to be running around outside than it is in an atmosphere like this. Because if I set it up on this frozen planet, it's going to be kind of tough to whoop, how come I can't land? It doesn't want me to land. There we go. Alright. Let's scan a few things. Looks like 260 that way. Might as well get some money off of those guys. There's 3,000. There's another little bit. 1,600. Alright, and we're going to go off in this direction. So it was about 200. Alright. So I do scan these things just because most minerals I try to scan just so that I get the secondary material out of it and maybe could sell a little bit of it. Here we go. All right. Take a look at this. All right, base computer. Now it's going to want me to set up my base. I need chromatic metal, which means I need to do some mining. So let's find ourselves... Oh, we need our terrain manipulator. We need, what? 2 carbon nanotubes and dihydrogen jelly. So we'll make one of those. And I think 2 of those. And now we can do this. The other thing that I want to collect while I'm along the way, because we can't really make a ton of money unless we get our medium refiner. So I'm going to tag some of these as we go so that I can uncover some of those. But first, we need to make sure that it's on the way to copper. So let's find some copper somewhere around there. What do we got? Not there. Oh, there's actually one right here. So let's do this. So I'll grab that since I'm here. Okay. Now, where is the nearest copper? There's one. 700 sodium. Oh, 700 away. That's a little bit of a ways, but I guess that's the closest one. But we're going to maybe take a little bit of a roundabout route and grab this. Did I scan that guy already? Yeah, okay. Because I think we're going to need at least 20 of these. So we might as well keep grabbing them as we go. We're going to need a bunch of these. So I'm kind of going a roundabout way to get to the copper, just so that I can gather a few of these buried technology modules. Uh-oh. Stuck. Trying to get my way out. There we go. Well, that was interesting. Alright. Now, where's that copper? Sodium. Copper is this direction. Let me scan these guys. And since copper's that direction, we're going to just tag this. Grab one on our way. Ooh, there's salt in some of these. Salt will be helpful. Oh, salt in that. Alright, let's grab some of these. So if I have a little bit of salt, then I can make some chlorine, and I can get my mines going. 5 salt. Oh, let's analyze this one too. There we go. That's sodium. Don't need that as much. That's okay. We're going to mine the ones with salt. Like that one. Alright, back on task. Back on task, and we're at about the 30-minute mark. We've got ourselves 1,400 units, which isn't much, but we're just really progressing through the storyline at this point. Getting ourselves some stuff that's going to help us along the way. There's the copper that we're looking for. There looks like a little mean guy. We'll see what... Okay, he's not mean. And we need some of this copper, so let's grab a bunch of that. That's not what I meant to do. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. I'm about to die. There. Might as well recharge this while I'm at it. So, since we're here, we're just going to gather as much copper as we possibly can. Because I need to get as much chromatic metal as possible. There's a lot of things that require chromatic metal. This is really not mining fast, is it? Not sure why my mine is going so slow. But we're going to mine as much of this copper as we possibly can. There's actually a ton of it here. This is great. Good dense chunk of copper. Alright. We've reached about the 30-minute mark, although it did take almost 4 minutes to load the game. So I think I've got about 4 minutes left in the first half hour. Just spending a bunch of time mining as much copper as I possibly can, because I'm going to need chromatic metal to do pretty much all sorts of things that are going to be required before I can actually get to the Atlas station. So you see I got almost 500 of it now. That's good. This is a really dense chunk of copper, which is actually really, really helpful here. But before I keep mining, we're just going to go in here and we're going to start refining a bunch of it. Don't have much, and we want copper. So let's start just refining that down, and then we'll keep mining while that processes. So, normally the copper chunks that I find on these planets, they mine a whole lot faster. But I think this one is pretty dense because I'm really getting a lot of copper out of this. And I'm just listening in the background for that processor. And then once we have what we need, we're going to launch, get to that moon, and build our base. We don't want to build it here, because if we build it here, it's cold and we've got thermal protection that we need and all that sort of stuff. But the moon was a paradise moon. And since it was a paradise moon, the climate's going to be a little bit better for us running around outside and all of that sort of stuff. So we're going to build our base somewhere else. There we go. Sounds like that refiner's done. I'm just going to mine some of this silicate powder so that I can recharge my terrain manipulator here. There. Alright. Grab that. And I got all my chromatic metal, which is great. Grab some more of this. Scan this guy. Oh, I've already scanned him. Okay. And then we're going to get... Oh, there's some more sodium. I'm going to grab that while I'm at it. Okay. And then, let's call my ship. And it wants me to analyze this geode, which I will. Okay, base computer. Time for the base computer. Not enough fuel. Do I have... Nope. Alright, let's make... I need more dihydrogen. See, I knew there was a reason why I had to mine so much of it. Let's see if there's any around here. There's a little bit. How many can we get? Hopefully enough. Metal plating. Alright. And that's not there because I'm not... Where's my ship? There we go. And we'll load that up. Now I can get out. We gotta find that moon we were looking for. And we are at the 30-minute mark, so I'll fly around, find myself a base, set up my base computer, and that will be it for today. Is that the moon? Nope, that's not the moon. Alright, here we go. Is that the moon? There it is, that must be it. Yep, that's the moon. And that actually has magnetized ferrite. And I'm flying around to the side with the sun on it. Fly our way down here. Find ourselves a good spot for a base. This spot looks pretty good. And then we'll construct our base computer right here. There we go. End of phase 1. Towards getting to 50 million, I'm at 31 minutes. We're going to claim this base, and in the next section we'll start building our base out and hopefully get a little further along the storyline to get to our Atlas base. Alright, so here we are at the 36-minute mark. I've got my base, I've got my ship, I've got some guy running around eating other creatures. And I've got about 17,000 units on our way towards 50 million. And I will see you next time.